What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 15. You guys, when's the show over? It gotta be soon. I think it's coming. It's only gonna be a few more episodes, right? Y'all have to let me know. Anyway, let me just let you guys know, full disclosure, I did not watch the last episode. I did what any self-respecting reviewer on YouTube would do. And that is go back and go on the internet and read a couple of reviews. Vulture magazine, they always review these reality shows. So I went and read the Vulture's somewhat biased review. Because if you don't like Gizelle, then you know that was the review to read. But I also did read some other reviews where people felt like Gizelle was in the right as well. So anyway, I'm clear on what happened, but I ain't watched that shit. I was like Roxanne, I don't have the wherewithal to deal with that today. So I just watched this most recent episode, and I just got an idea of mostly of what happened last week. Okay, so that's where we gonna go with this. All right. So with no more further ado, let's get to it, shall we? I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It's like you can hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Wendy and Candiace coming over there and confronting Gizelle and her crew over there about the conversation that Gizelle and me and them were having the day before about Gizelle sending her daughter off to Florida. Okay. And apparently they had problems with the way that Candiace and Wendy was kind of smirking and making faces and expressions, but wasn't saying anything. Well, hell, Gizelle has already made it very clear that she doesn't even want to deal with Wendy or Candiace. So they didn't really say anything from what I understand. And even if they did put something into it, it probably was going to get shot back at them or thrown at them some kind of way anyway. So, yeah, I mean, bitch, now you keep saying I can't make a face? Bitch, everybody around here make faces and got opinions and shit, but don't say something. But when somebody else don't do it, now you may. So, and let me just also say, one of the Roxstars last week was like, Roxanne, I think you're so fed up with the show that everything just gets on your nerves. Like you maybe, and I was like, you know what, that's fair. I don't have much patience for these girls anymore. So, yes, I can admit that when I look at something, I just immediately just be like, ugh. And I can't even really be objective a lot of times because they fight so much, you guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? These girls fight all the time. That is tiring. I realize some people really like all that chaos, but every single time, it's either fight or extreme fun. These girls don't have nothing in between. They either really having a great time, everybody drinking, everybody, showing each other coochies and, kissing each other and all this, or they fighting like cats and fucking dogs. So they are tiring in and of itself. But that is kind of true. I am so fed up that I just can't, it's hard for me to even see what it is at this point, But so with all that said, Wendy just walks over there and is like, what are you guys talking about? Because, they're kind of whispering, did you see how she was making faces? And it was so childish. I was like, this is craziness, just crazy. So when Wendy came over there, they still was trying to make it seem like, oh, we weren't saying anything. Girls, clear, you were saying something. We were sitting over there. We saw y'all. We heard our names. You were saying things like, what are you guys talking about? But they didn't want to say. Wendy was just like, listen, Gizelle, the reason why I didn't really say anything about your daughter is because you weaponized her against me before. You said in the past that she looked at her daughter in some kind of way and all that. So now Wendy is like, I just don't mention anything about your kid. And like I said, Candiace did have a point. She was just like, if I laugh at something, it's a problem. Y'all can laugh at something and it's never a problem. But I laugh at something now, it's like, oh, Candiace got a damn problem with Gizelle's kids. So there's that. Of course, Gizelle has a problem with the fact that Karen is not picking sides. I really try to think about my like real life. And when I have friends that are having, it's a group of girls, fights and disagreements and misunderstandings happen all the time. When my friends don't, when there are issues, that does not mean that I have to stop talking to anybody. And that doesn't mean that I have to choose a side. I'm going to let y'all work that out. Fuck, I need to be worried about y'all folks. Okay, I got my own shit over here. So, but on this show, it's just like the forced alliances, the way that they make people feel like they have to choose a side. That is just, I just be like, girl, we is 55 and 56 and 57 and 60 years old. And why? Okay, so Gizelle mentioning that Karen was staying neutral. She didn't like that. I was just like, I guess we're going to hear about this from Gizelle later. I don't know. The editing was so weird because I feel like they probably went back and forth with all that for a long ass time. The editors just cut a lot of that shit out. Because next thing you know, Robyn was just like, okay, everybody, we're going to go on back. Dinner's going to be at 8. When he's like, okay. Everybody was all in a good mood again. And I was just like, that lets you know they probably sat up there and argued and fussed about that shit so long everybody was tired, But okay, so everybody gets up, we going back, we gonna get ready, and we gonna have dinner at 8. So back at the hotel, they're getting ready and everything. Karen goes and tells Robyn, like, girl, you 38 minutes late to your own party. Like, what you doing? And Robyn was like, ain't nobody ready. Okay, don't make it look like it's just me. Karen was ready. Because old people, we get up early, child. I'll be waking up, it's 5 o'clock. Everybody in the house is asleep and everything. I'll just be strolling on my phone. I'll be like, Roxanne, you should get up and make you some coffee. But I think I really would get on people's nerves there. Anyways, they all get all gussied up. The new friend, I don't know who she is. I don't know why she there. She probably had something to do more with the storyline that they were going to entertain when Bushy Eyebrows got into the fight. And they cut all that storyline out. So I think that's why this girl is still around. It probably was going to be very hard to cut her out of the show, so she's there. But it's just sort of like, why are you here? Girl, we saw you 1 or 2 episodes for a hot minute, and now she on a full trip. So yeah, I think that they really had to really change up the storyline when Bushy Eyebrows got into the fight. Anyway, but she's fabulous and I love her. She's cute. I just was like, I don't know if she's a husband. I don't know nothing about her other than she Wendy and Robyn and Gizelle's friend. And like, okay, so she's there, all of their friends, and she's been able to navigate that. Okay. They ain't got no problem with the fact that, even though we gonna talk about how they tried to put her they tried to pin her to the wall, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But she is friends with all of these people. So why everybody else got to choose all these damn sides? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. They aren't going to dinner, actually. I'm sorry. They're actually having dinner there at the hotel. So, they all get all gussied up. Like I said, everybody looks good. Even Gizelle. I was like, Gizelle, bitch, yes. That gold dress, them legs, all that. I was like, that is a Roxanne outfit. When I had a few more pounds. I was like, yes, I like. Okay. But everybody looked cute, everybody got dressed except for Ashley. I was like, Ashley with these big titties and these flat booty, I know that's what the white men like. They like big titties, flat ass, niggas like big ass. Now niggas like titties too, but they didn't used to like titties like that. You could have a flat chest as long as you had big legs, big ass, usually that's how, but Ashley like white guys, so there's that. Whatever. But it was cute. She came out, little flamenco dancer or whatever she was doing. I know it wasn't flamenco. Somebody gonna get in here and be like, Roxanne, you need to learn your dances. And y'all always be trying to make me feel like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But when they sit down, you guys, Karen was just like, she doesn't want to ignore the elephant in the room. Another thing that I realize that these girls do now is they go back, they run back immediately and tell. They don't even wait. I could have a conversation with you this morning and you best believe by that afternoon, somebody on the phone, somebody going to get some drinks, somebody is talking and they going and telling the other person exactly what was said. And I understand that that's trying to move the storyline along, but they do it so much that it doesn't even feel natural. It's just sort of like, girl, you telling them that, and that person gonna just immediately go and tell the other person, So Karen was just like wanting to know if Robyn and Candiace, if they can work this out, because they were friends and it was a true friendship, they thought anyway. And now look at what it is. Robyn's whole problem is that Candiace doesn't feel like she did anything wrong. I think that you guys are not going to like me for this. You're not going to like me for this. I already know, but I'm going to say it. I think that Robyn got dragged over the coals. I think that Candiace could afford to, you guys are not, I'm not even going to say it, but I do feel like Candiace could afford to probably see more where Robyn is coming from. Yeah, Candiace's life was really difficult, but so was Robyn's. Okay, they both did have a hard time. Robyn was supportive of Chris, but Candiace sees Robyn's support of Gizelle as a kick in the face to her. Okay, Robyn was kind of in an impossible place, being between Gizelle and Candiace. Gizelle being her friend, like her for real Ace Boon Coon kind of friend, and then her and Candiace, her really do like Candiace, and maybe even feeling sorry for Candiace in some ways, the way that Gizelle treats her. Robyn was in that part, and so now Robyn is the one who got really pulled apart in that whole big thing, when really it was Candiace and Gizelle's fight. Okay, so while I'm not saying that Robyn was right in, while I'm not saying that Robyn, they buried Robyn's story, I do believe that. But I don't know if I felt like Robyn was being like, instead, we gonna say, now Gizelle might have been that way, but I don't know if I feel really 100% that Robyn was that way. But I don't think that Robyn can really explain it fully without really having to expose the fourth wall and doing all that. So I think that might be a part of what is going on here. Okay, I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but So I think Candiace, the reason why Candiace really wants to work it out with Robyn, because Candiace does know that deep down inside. But she's willing to let bygones be bygones. Robyn is still pissed, mad about it. Candiace won't admit it. And then, of course, Robyn is still, got Gizelle in her ear with all the yang over here. Okay? So she's already like, don't see it for Candiace and everything. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel like that thing is going. So Candiace says, you know what, she's going to just be quiet from here on out, because nobody wants to see it from her point of view anyway. So anyway, it is Ashley's birthday, and like I said, Gizelle knows she looked good. Okay, so she definitely jumped up. I was like, girl, them ankles are small and everything. Like, she looked really nice. She gets the cake and they sing happy birthday, whatever. Ashley tried to have a moment. I've been 8 years with these ladies, and they've been with me, through my marriage and my, failed business and my kids and all. Girl, that child ain't getting no damn divorce. Then an hour later, we see all the girls having a good time, dancing, laughing, drinking, and everything. They jumping in the pools and all of that. I was like, these women will give you whiplash. Like I said, they either fighting or they having a good ass time. There is never any in between. Now, day 3 is their last full day there. They're going to leave the next day. So you got to make sure that they have a good time. Everybody's talking to, Nick is talking to her husband, and he's telling her how he's changed up his schedule a little bit so he can be home a bit more. Because, she's still trying to get pregnant. So there's that. Gizelle pulls her girl Karen to the side. They go sit in the hot tub, and as if just the appearance of being childish is not enough, Gizelle actually confirms the childishness and basically tells Karen that Karen needs to learn how to pick a side. She feels like when Karen is around Candiace and Wendy, she's different. Okay, well, she might be different. She might not be holding up the whole Lynx and Jack and Jill and all of these ways that you have to be, as a part of Potomac and being in the right. I shouldn't say Lynx and Jack and Jill. They ain't done nothing to me, you guys. I'm sure it's a great organization. Let me not be that way. Okay, but maybe Karen doesn't feel as pretentious around them women because they're not a part of that group. Whereas her relationship with Karen, with Gizelle and Robyn and all, like there's stipulations and all of that. Maybe Karen just feels like she can let her hair down when she's with them. All right, but Gizelle don't like it. Why you didn't speak up. You always said that, leave the kids out of it. It's supposed to be, the kids ain't supposed to be. And Karen was just like, Gizelle, why I gotta jump in everything? Like, you guys want me to confirm everything? That's your damn daughter. Speak up for your own fucking daughter. What I gotta be telling everybody the good about Grace? I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I'm not, like, you mad at me because they said something about your daughter. How am I in this? Gizelle says she feels like Karen talks about her behind her back. I said, well, Gizelle, Karen talks about you behind your back as much as you talk about Karen. It's called lighthearted shade. It's called, you having a moment trying to be on the camera, you saying your things. I mean, you guys all do it. You all do it. Okay? So now, again, that's the other thing. That's the problem with the show. Is all the ironies. Nobody wants to admit what they do, but then they be mad at the other person for doing the same shit. So, I mean, I guess they were supposed to be having a conversation on why she didn't come to Surrey. We already knew why she didn't come and all that. Gizelle just wanted to, talk to Karen and make her feel like you need to choose a side. All this pressure. All of the sorority girl pressure. But after it was all done, they're okay. They're like Brandy and Monica, she says. And she says that she's Brandy. So funny. But anyway, later on, the girls all get together. They're going to go to this restaurant. It's supposed to be rumored that it's got a chapel there from like 16th century. I can't get my words together. Didn't have any coffee today, you guys, but it's a chapel there. Supposedly that's where Michael Jackson and Lisa Presley got married. It's off this huge cliff. I would have been so sick. I could not get close to that rail. The way they took that picture, it was hanging off that cliff like that. The cliff was beautiful. All the greenery and everything, but I was just like, But anyway, they all take their pictures and all. And, they sit down and eat. Karen starts telling them how she is going to be doing weight training and she's having Vernon Davis, of all people, train her. You guys, I have a Vernon Davis story, not personally with me, but I wish I could tell it, y'all. He's a friend of mine. I think he dated one of my friends. But he is a good looking man, very good looking man. And, he's not a trainer, though, so nobody really understands why he is training Karen, but Karen and Vernon have that thing worked out, okay? Ashley said that she also met him, and, then Ashley's all blushing. This is the first time that we really seen Ashley go up for a black guy. I was like, oh, Ashley, I do kind of see a little something. You just a smiling and everything. They talking about she blushing and all that. They was like, oh, what is this with Ashley and Vernon? It's not even her type. But they can't understand why Karen... I said, Vernon don't want to be with Karen, trust me. That Karen is not Vernon's type, okay? So, they get a good little laugh about that. Then here goes Karen. Oh, I just in full disclosure. Now she has to tell Candiace and Wendy how Gizelle said that she feels like Karen talks about her to them behind her back. And that she's different around them. I was just like, again, you just ran and told that. I mean, just a couple hours ago, and now you telling the girls. And Mia was just like, well, you are meaner around Robyn. What Mia has to understand is Robyn and Karen has always had this relationship. They've never been nice to each other and all. Like, I'm used to Karen and Robyn bickering back and forth. I think they've gotten to a point now where they see each other. Like, we not here, but we here. Okay? They see each other. It's already clear that there is some shade there and all that, but ain't nobody fixing to get into no big fight anymore between the two of them. Like they said, neither of them have any expectations for each other. Wendy says, no, Karen is not, her loyalty has not shifted in any kind of way. She's just holding people accountable. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. And then here come the friend trying to add her 2 cents. I said, girl, just be over there and be cute. Okay, we don't know who you are. I don't know why you here. I like you, though. You cute. I love me a cute girl. She juicy. I love juicy, cute girls. I just like the way that look, So I just like, girl, just stay out of it. Maybe you can make it back to the next season. But Wendy tries to explain to her, like, the reason why Robyn and Candiace are fighting like that is because they used to be friends. Like, they were real friends. The same way me and Gizelle, we used to be friends. Okay, they showed a couple of clips. I was just like, oh, I forgot that all that was, in good fun. When Gizelle and Wendy kind of got along the first season that Wendy was there. After that, honey, it's been downhill ever since. It's just blown up now, but Wendy understands why. After they finish eating, they all split up for the activities. That's another problem I have with the show. Why the fuck we can't all do the same damn thing? Okay, why? Why do you guys encourage splitting up this group all the time? And then they split up the groups according to however they want to tailor the scene, or however Gizelle wants to pressure somebody or something. And I'm tired of it. You know, one thing about Real Housewives of Atlanta, every now and then they will split up the group, but for the most part, bitch, we all together. Okay? If the day gonna be fucked up, it's gonna be fucked up for all of us. All right? All this splitting is a problem for me. They do it constantly every time they go somewhere. Anyway, Robyn tells them half of them going to go play tennis, the other one is going to play shooting at the clay puck things. Okay. And of course, the group that's going is Mia, Wendy, Candiace, and Karen. And then all the rest of the group is going over here so that they can get NECA and old girl, the cute little girl, alone. And really just to get that cute little girl by herself so they can try to figure out where she coming from. So, we see Karen and Candiace and Mia and them out there. Honey, I love Mia. I know Mia is just like really, she is a perfect housewife. I don't know why you guys don't like her, but she really is. She knows how to lie, keep her stories going. She says stuff. She don't get mad too often. Like Mia is she is a perfect housewife. Okay, Mia came out there in her heels. She ain't fucking with this tennis court, but whatever. Come out here, do this scene and all of that. You start telling them about this foot fetish. When they finish and they're talking about Karen's feet, I guess Karen said she couldn't play because her feet was bothering her or whatever. And then Mia starts talking about her foot fetish a foot fetish that the people used to have when she was stripping. And Wendy was like, that damn Mia is like, she always got a story. We're going to call her Socrates. I was like, I was thinking more like Pinocchio. Then she asked them, what do they think about Ashley's divorce? And they actually understood. Everybody there had some sort of experience with a divorce, whether it was their own divorce or seeing their parents get divorced, or, just realizing that it's hard when you get divorced. It's scary. You don't really know what's going to happen with your life. Does this mean now we ain't going to have no money? But so it is stressful, for the kids, even for a person going through it. It's stressful for a whole family. Mia still maintains that Ashley was a gold digger though. And, she don't really want to get a divorce, but Wendy says, no, she does want to get a divorce. She just don't want to get a divorce right now. I don't know. I don't think that Ashley wants to get a divorce either. I honestly do not believe that Ashley and when they tell me that them two is divorced is when I'm going to believe it. But I don't believe that really they want to get a divorce either. At the same time, the other group is at the shooting the clay pucks, right? So, they got the cute girl up there. She do her puck shooting and all of that. And then she comes back over there and her and NECA get into... No, after NECA goes, I think NECA goes first, and then it don't matter, child. But her and NECA end up getting into an argument real fast because NECA feels like the friend is stirring the pot, that she shouldn't even be in it. Like, you need to get out of it. And Gizelle is so funny because she is, funny like in a condescending way, because if Gizelle don't see no value in the argument and all of that, she just sort of just be like, oh, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Like, like, girl, nobody told you guys to go off on that whole tangent. Nobody cares about that. Okay, we're going to table that. She is such a bitch. She's more interested in Ashley. Oh, let me back up. Before all of that happened, they asked the new girl, like, how do you like coming? She was like, everybody's been really cool and all this. And did Wendy, because this is Wendy's friend, remember, did Wendy ever say anything bad about us or try to say anything? And the friend was just like, no, she said she don't like Gizelle, but everybody knew that. You ain't even had to be a friend to know that. All you had to do was watch a show. Okay. But other than that, no, she didn't say that. They wanted that girl to say so bad. Oh yeah, she had a lot to say, and if it would have been NECA, because NECA is such a she's so determined and desperate to stay on this show. NECA gonna say whatever she gotta say to stay in the in crowd with the group, right? But the friend was just like, no, she ain't did all that. That's why I like that friend. I like her. And like I said, she cute. And Nneka's not bad looking either. Let me not say that, but Nneka, something about her, she just looks like she's a pick-me. She is a pick-me. But anyway, like I said, Gizelle couldn't be bothered with that. Like, oh, you guys over there arguing about, ugh. Let's get back to why Ashley and Vernon, what's going on there? Like, is it really something going on? And again, Ashley gets to blushing and laughing and all that. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Something tells me that they're going to try to figure out a way to get Vernon Jones on the show. Vernon Jones, child. Not Vernon Jones. If you're from Atlanta, then you know. Vernon Davis. They're going to probably end up getting Vernon Davis on the show next season. And I know he'll come. To me, they're making more of it than it seems, but I feel like they'll probably explore that storyline. They're going to try to, because, why not? Oh, there go the mail lady. I'm sorry you guys hear that. It's hot. I had to open the door. But whatever. Everybody have fun at two different excursions. Everybody goes back to the hotel. So later back at the hotel, Ashley's talking to Michael, and they're on FaceTime, but she has the boys on camera when the boys are there, but when it's time for Michael to talk to her, apparently he turns off the camera. And she was just like, put my boys on the camera. I need to see my boys. Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, girl, you and Michael y'all making me tired. Y'all making me tired trying to sit up here and act like y'all really getting a divorce. Michael just don't want to be on this show anymore. And now that Michael lost his, he didn't lose the lawsuit. I think they threw it out. I don't even think that it went to court, but either it went to court and he lost, or it was just thrown out altogether, like a frivolous lawsuit. Okay. So maybe he a little salty about, well, this happened before that, but anyway, child. They're back at the hotel, later on, it's the finale night, we're going to have some, not finale of the show, too bad for that, but, just the last night on the island, that last night in the DR, and so, they get all gussied up, and again, they're going to go on down there, go to a restaurant and eat. I was cracking up how, they was all trying to act like they was putting their own makeup. I was like, girl, you guys know you have a whole glam squad in the other room. Y'all trying to be in this bathroom doing these little putting a little under eye makeup on here. Child, please. Karen admits that Robyn's been a great host this time. Everything's gone smoothly. They get on the bus. They don't be no drama on the bus, obviously, because we don't even see what happened on the bus. They get to the restaurant, probably the restaurant, there was a wedding party there, and, they see that the Housewives are there. So, all this, hey, they was doing the handkerchiefs and all that. They was excited. Oh, the celebrities are here. They all go and sit down at their table. And then, of course, now it's time to report what was just said just a couple hours ago when we were all out on their excursion. So Wendy tells, Ashley that Mia said that she was a gold digger. Okay. And Ashley was like, did you marry Gordon for his money? She was like, I may have. I love Mia. Mia was like, bitch, why we faking the funk here? Everybody know I would not have married Gordon if he didn't have the money that I thought he had. And Ashley, I guess Ashley thought she was going to say something. Mia was like, baby, I may have. Everybody think it anyway. So yeah, I might have. No, Ashley was like, yeah, because she had a fool's gold. Ashley hit the jackpot in this one. She got a credit card that she used and all that. Even though she does take care of the kids, she makes sure her and Michael's money is together. But on the big shit, okay. So when the little niggas want to go to Burger King or, need a happy meal from McDonald's or something, he needs some new kids or something like that, Ashley got it. Anything else, that's on Michael. So Ashley is trying to say that Mia is bitter. Mia is not bitter. Mia has it made up in her mind. She's going to leave Gordon. She's going to get with the younger version of Gordon that got some money, this radio DJ that she's with. And that's it. Okay, bitch, just be who you gonna be. Stop lying. Gizelle was just like, if Ashley, she would still be with him if she wanted to be with him. I was like, but she is still with him. That's the whole thing. She is still with him. Like I said, until I see the divorce decree. But then they get back on the whole thing about Vernon Davis again, and he's not a trainer, so why is he training Karen? And Karen was just like, I can have anybody I want train me. And I was just like, it is very interesting that Mr. Davis has decided to train her, but like I said, well, I didn't say, huh? But yeah, Vernon, if he decides he wanted to be a trainer, then that's what he wanted to be. So, Karen says her regular Karenisms and her halfway truths and lies. You'll never know what to believe with Karen and all that. It's whatever. But she says that her major concern right now is just to get stronger and healthier and all. That's what we all want to get in our old age, right? So, she wants her thighs tight. That's all she wants. And then, of course, they start up a song about having her thighs tight and all of that. Yeah, like I said, these girls will give you whiplash. Friends 1 minute, enemies the next. All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get on off of here. I'm going to get this edited and up to you. First, I got to go walk my dog, okay? But it's Monday, and I'm going to make sure I get this shit up on Monday, okay? Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.